What if I told you the most important Tesla ever made isn't the Roadster, isn't the Cybertruck, but a car so small it could flip the industry on its head? The wait is over. Elon Musk has confirmed the whispers. Tesla Model 2 is real, and it lands in 2026. Not another luxury toy, not a billionaire's gadget. This is freedom, distilled into steel and software. Factories already humming, infrastructure already in place. The veins of Tesla's empire now tuned for the masses. But here's the question no one's asking. Why now? Why 2026? What's hidden in the timing? Stay with me, because tonight we peel back the layers, the plan, the power, the promise, everything behind Tesla's most dangerous move yet. And trust me, you'll never look at electric cars the same way again. This is just the beginning of the EV revolution. Subscribe to Dravexa before the future leaves you behind. Now, let's start. How does the Model 2 link to Musk's mega energy play in Texas? Between 2025 and 2026, Tesla is finishing the largest MegaPack cluster the world has ever seen. 1.2 gigawatt-hours of storage. To put it in perspective, one pack alone powers 3,600 homes for an hour. Multiply that by hundreds, and you start to see the scale. Here's the twist most miss. That grid is wired to feed Gigafactory Texas, the birthplace of Model 2. Stable energy, cheaper cars, your savings born in the Lone Star State. But the story doesn't stop there. Imagine your car making money while you sleep. Model 2's vehicle-to-grid system pairs with Tesla's new lithium iron phosphate batteries, designed to charge and discharge daily without killing lifespan. Now imagine 1 million Model 2s plugged in overnight, returning 15 gigawatt-hours to the grid by morning. That's 15 times Nevada's entire state battery capacity on wheels. And powering it all? Tesla's rumored 4680 cells. Range near 390 miles. Costs cut by 20%. $5,000 shaved off production for every single car. Your Model 2 isn't just transportation. It's a money-making machine, rolling you straight into the future. Traditional EV batteries cost anywhere from $8,000 to $12,000 per car. But Tesla's new approach, by 2026, that drops to just $4,000 to $6,000. That's up to $8,000 in savings, straight to you. And it doesn't stop there. A $1.1 billion MegaPack investment is already cutting energy costs by 15%, slashing another $2,000 off every Model 2 that rolls out. That's why the price feels almost impossible. Affordable, yet real. Now imagine this, your car parked, silent, and still pulling in $400 a month. Would you grab one the moment it launched? Type Model 2 in the comments if you would. But here's the bigger play. Tesla isn't just dropping a cheap EV. They're positioning Model 2 as the global disruptor. While competitors scramble to pitch affordable options, Musk is setting up a strike that cuts them down before the fight even begins. BYD sits at $35,000, Volkswagen at $40,000. Model 2 enters the ring at $25,000 to $30,000, not competing, obliterating. And the scale? By 2028, Tesla could own 10% of the EV market, 2 million cars a year. Musk's old master plan promised an electric car for everyone. This is that promise, breathing. But here's the twist, autonomy. Imagine launch editions bundled with full self-driving, priced at $39,900. Not just a car anymore, a mobility service waiting for your command. Right now, only 12% of Tesla owners use FSD, but analysts project that with Model 2's price, adoption could rocket to 50% by 2027. Half of every Model 2 driving itself? That's not just transportation, it's transformation. Do you believe the Model 2 will truly change billions of lives? Drop "finally here" if you think Tesla is about to rewrite history. And don't blink, because next you'll see Tesla isn't just selling cars, they're tearing down the very idea of transportation. So picture this. What happens when cars become smart, connected, and free? The answer will shatter everything you thought you knew about mobility. Tesla is demolishing two traditions at once. First, car ownership, gone. When Model 2 hits at just $11,000 to $14,000, nearly half the cost of a Toyota Yaris or Hyundai i10, ownership becomes universal. With government credits, payments fall to $85 a month. For the first time ever, even low-income families can finally say, "We own a Tesla." It's the democratization of movement. Imagine this: 7 out of 10 car buyers worldwide suddenly able to afford an EV. That's the leap from Tesla's Model 3, accessible to only 30% of drivers, to the Model 2, opening the door for the majority of the planet. And when that door opens, public transport as we know it starts to crumble. Because the Model 2 isn't just a car, it's a ride-hailing robot, always connected to Tesla's autonomous network. In cities like Los Angeles or London, where families bleed $130 to $170 a month on buses and trains, Model 2 becomes the cheaper, smarter option. The working class gets mobility without the burden. The environmental impact? Staggering. 2 million Model 2s on the road by 2028 could erase 15 million tons of carbon dioxide every single year. But here's the multiplier most analysts overlook: shared autonomy. One Model 2 doesn't replace just one gas car, it replaces 3.2 to be exact. Suddenly, the impact triples. Cities transform overnight. With fleets constantly in motion instead of sitting idle 95% of the time, Tesla projects a 60% cut in parking demand. That's a revolution in urban design. And for lower-income families, enrolling their Model 2 into Tesla's ride-sharing network could unlock $20,000 or more in annual income. The car isn't just transport, it's an economic engine. But can Tesla really pull this off by 2026? Would a low-cost Model 2 make you rethink your next car? Drop your answer below. Now, here's the thing. Tesla is still working through last-minute issues. Launches are never smooth, and until it actually happens, skeptics won't believe how big this really is. But let's peel back the layers. How does Model 2 strike the perfect balance between proven tech and next-gen breakthroughs? At Tesla's 2025 Q1 presentation, they unveiled the platform convergence strategy. 46% of components shared with the Model 3 and Y, 38% brand new. The result? A 31% cut in unique parts across the lineup. Simpler, smarter, faster. The battery architecture is where the leap becomes legendary. Tesla has scrapped module-level assembly altogether with a direct cell installation system. Cooling? Reduced from 18 components to just 3. Physical connections? Slashed by 74%. And what does that mean for you? Range. 274 miles on the standard, 342 on the extended. Fast charging that rockets from 10 to 80% in just 12 minutes. Even in freezing winters, efficiency jumps 9%. For drivers in Chicago, New York, or anywhere icy, that's not just an upgrade, it's a lifeline. Now let's talk power. The Model 2's powertrain isn't just an upgrade, it's a revolution. Tesla's integrated flux motor boosts efficiency by 24% while cutting permanent magnet use by nearly a third. Cheaper to build, cleaner for the planet, a double win. And then comes the jaw-dropper. Part count slashed from 160 to just 47. How? A single-piece motor housing forged with a miniature gigapress. The result? A leaner, stronger machine. Performance hasn't been sacrificed either.
0 to 60 in just 5.5 seconds on the Standard, and a blistering 3.9 in the Performance Edition. All this while hitting an industry-leading 3.9 miles per kilowatt-hour. For investors, the real shock is in the manufacturing. Assembly time drops from 6 hours to just 30 minutes. Testing cut from 2 hours to 14 minutes. That's not just efficiency, it's a factory revolution. Do you think Tesla's Model 2 is setting a new standard for affordable EVs? Comment Model 2 win if you're convinced. But here's where it gets personal. Design. Tesla calls it the Max Space platform, and it's exactly that. Maximum space from a compact frame. Traditional small cars shrink the cabin. Model 2 expands it. The structural battery lowers height by almost 2 inches, while the flat floor frees up another 3.7 cubic feet. And then comes the wheelbase magic. At 106 inches, it's only 7 shorter than the Model 3, yet the car itself is 14 inches shorter overall. Translation: compact outside, roomy inside. With 98 cubic feet of interior space, Model 2 crushes the competition. BYD Dolphin at 91, Chevy Bolt at 96, Hyundai Kona at 93. The payoff? Real-world comfort. A 6-foot driver can stretch out in the front, while a teenager or adult still has legroom in the back. Even weekend road trips with 4 adults and duffel bags are on the table. Unheard of for this class. Efficiency extends to parking, too. In a standard 180-inch space, Model 2 slips in with 10 inches to spare compared to the Model 3, yet gives up only 4% of cabin volume. Imagine sliding into tight city spots, yet still riding in comfort.
So picture this: you, your family, the open road. Would you feel more comfortable in the Model 2 than any EV you've seen before? If you're ready, type "Ready with Model 2" in the comments. At just 3,200 pounds, the Model 2 is a featherweight champ. 217 pounds lighter than BYD, nearly 400 less than the Chevy Bolt, and a staggering 548 under the Kona Electric. And that's not just a number, it's a transformation you'll feel every time you drive. Less weight means less drag on every mile. The Model 2 uses about 15% less energy to hit 60 compared to the Kona. Imagine merging onto the highway, overtaking on a 2-lane road. Your car leaps forward with precision instead of strain. Look deeper and the numbers get even sweeter. Its weight-to-range ratio, just 12.8 pounds per mile. Compare that to BYD Dolphin at 14.9, Bolt at 15, Kona at 17.7. In plain terms, driving a Kona is like hauling 3 invisible adults everywhere you go, wasting energy you never signed up for. And yet, Tesla squeezes magic into the cabin. Despite its smaller shell, Model 2 gives you 41.2 inches of front legroom, on par with the larger Model 3, and bests the Bolt. Headroom? A class-leading 40.1 inches. The secret is Tesla's comfort geometry seating, 23% better pressure distribution in less space. Translation: you'll arrive fresher even on long road trips. Practicality seals the deal. 15 cubic feet of cargo swallows a full grocery run with room to spare. Toss in the 3.5 cubic foot frunk, and you've got space for a weekend bag, a carry-on, or your work briefcase. A car this compact, yet this roomy, felt impossible just a few years ago. Packed with tech, safer than most, cheaper than many DAS cars, the Model 2 proves the industry has shifted. And here's the kicker: not someday, not in a dream. At just $19,999, this Tesla is stepping off the drawing board and into your driveway. Elon Musk confirmed it on Tesla's Q3 earnings call. Affordable models are still on track for the first half of 2025. And the whispers, they have a name now: the Tesla Model 2 Redwood, maybe even Model Q. Cybercab-inspired design, sharp efficiency, and a price that undercuts nearly every EV on the market. This isn't a rumor anymore.
It's the car that could put electric in every garage, including yours. What if a car's very shape made it faster, cleaner, and more efficient all at once? That's exactly what Tesla is chasing with the Model 2 Redwood. Nothing is impossible here. Inspired by the futuristic Cybercab, Redwood's body is carved like liquid metal, sculpted to slice the air with purpose. A sharp nose slopes downward, guiding wind around the car, while the rear diffuser smooths turbulence into silence. Side panels flow seamlessly, making the car feel like it's moving even when parked. The details push efficiency further. Low-drag wheels shaped like smooth discs, flush handles that vanish into the body. Tesla hasn't revealed the numbers yet, but whispers point to a drag coefficient between 0.20 and 0.22, making Redwood one of the slippiest, most efficient vehicles on the road. Materials tell another story. Aluminum alloys keep the body light yet strong. Carbon fiber composites reinforce the frame where it matters most: roof, doors, pillars, balancing performance with durability. The result? A car that feels agile, sturdy, and sustainable all at once. Step inside, and the future continues. Redwood's cabin borrows the minimalist DNA of the Cybercab. Clean lines, open space, uncluttered calm. At the center, a massive touchscreen ranging from 7 to 12 inches, glowing with high-definition control. Navigation, climate, media, everything lives there, just a touch away. But this isn't cold minimalism. Tesla marries simplicity with warmth, vegan leather, recycled fabrics, and eco-friendly finishes that prove sustainability can feel like luxury. The seats are ergonomic, sculpted for long drives, with legroom that surprises you the moment you step in. Whether you're the driver or the passenger, Redwood doesn't just carry you, it cradles you. Step inside, and the Redwood glows. Ambient lighting washes across the cabin, fully customizable in color and intensity. Soft and subtle for a midnight drive, bold and vibrant for a weekend cruise. It doesn't just light the car, it sets the mood. But here's the real rumor. Redwood isn't just built for highways, it's whispering to the cities. At 165 to 173 inches in length, it's a full foot shorter than the Model 3, locking it into the compact class. That means weaving through tight streets, slipping into narrow lanes, and parking in spaces that SUVs can only dream about. With a turning radius under 32 feet, Redwood pivots like a dancer in city traffic. And at just 2,500 to 2,800 pounds, it's up to 1,000 pounds lighter than the Model 3. That weight drop means a 5 to 7% boost in energy efficiency, dropping consumption from 24 kilowatt-hours per 100 miles to around 22. Pair that with its slippery drag coefficient of 0.20 to 0.22, and you've got an EV sculpted for the urban jungle. Efficient, agile, and still unmistakably Tesla. But while Musk has teased a cheap Tesla for years, here's the secret he never said out loud. The breakthrough isn't in the car's size, it's in the battery. Coming soon is a pack designed to last 1,000,000 miles. No complex cooling, self-healing cells, built straight into the car's frame. It's called aluminum ion. Faster, lighter, cheaper. And it changes everything. We're only scratching the surface of what's coming next. Subscribe to Dravexa, your front row seat to the future. Because the breakthroughs ahead will change the way we drive forever. For decades, EV batteries were giant bricks strapped under the floor, heavy, bulky, and separate. But Tesla's aluminum ion design, it doesn't sit under the car, it is the car, integrated into the skeleton itself, reinforcing the body, saving space, cutting weight. This isn't evolution, it's a rewrite of EV design. And it's the reason the Model 2 might not just come in under $20,000, but could even break the $10,000 barrier. That's the number that should have rival brands losing sleep tonight. Early estimates hint at something radical. This aluminum-ion pack could be up to 60% lighter than today's lithium-ion giants. That's not just weight off the car, it's 12 to 18% off the vehicle itself. Pair that with an energy density of 450 to 500 watt-hours per kilogram versus the industry's 250 to 300, and suddenly you've got a battery that's lighter, smaller, and twice as powerful. At its core lies a marvel of design, a thin, flexible blade, each one about 1,200 millimeters long, 40 wide, and just 2 millimeters thick. A carbon nanotube anode for strength and conductivity. A paper-thin aluminum cathode only 0.1 millimeters thick. These blades bend with a curve as tight as 15 centimeters, wrapping to the car's shape. And if one blade fails, the rest keep working. Self-contained, self-balancing, smart. But here's the genius move: distribution. Forget a bulky block under the floor. Tesla spreads the pack into 5 smart zones. 60% in the floor pan, just 4 inches thick, dropping the center of gravity. 15% climbs the A pillars, bracing for side impacts. 10% runs the B pillars, stiffening the spine. Another 10% sits in the C pillars, locking the rear. The last 5% flows through the center tunnel. The result? A 400% increase in torsional rigidity compared to today's Model 3. That's sharper handling, stronger crash protection, and up to 25% more cabin space unlocked. No need for a bulky slab under your feet. Cooling is where the quiet revolution happens. Traditional EV packs rely on pumps, pipes, and liquid cooling. Heavy, costly, fragile. Aluminum-ion doesn't. Aluminum naturally carries heat away, and the blade design spreads it evenly. And this battery doesn't just sit there, it actively redistributes ions during charging and discharging, balancing temperature in real time. No pumps, no fluids, no mess. In a crash, each blade flexes to absorb shock. The electrolyte won't burn. No coolant, no pipes, just intelligent materials keeping you safe from the inside out. Would you feel safer knowing the battery isn't just hidden underneath, but built into the bones of the car itself? Comment aluminum if you think this is the smarter, safer future for EVs. So how does this aluminum-ion battery turn the affordable Model 2 into a high-performance dream? When Elon Musk promised EVs for everyone, skeptics laughed. But now, a Tesla priced at just $9,397 could be the biggest disruption the auto industry has ever seen. Here's why. Battery costs, once the most expensive piece of any EV, are about to collapse. Aluminum-ion technology is projected to hit just $45 to $60 per kilowatt-hour, almost half of Tesla's current 4680 cells. That drops pack costs from around $6,000 to as low as $2,500. And the savings stack higher. By making the battery part of the car's skeleton, Tesla eliminates frame materials, slicing up to $800 per vehicle. Modular blades mean fewer bolts, faster assembly, manufacturing sped up nearly 30%. Then add government credits. In the U.S., qualifying EVs can earn buyers $3,750 to $7,500 off. If Model 2 clears the bar, and it almost certainly will, that dream Tesla could land in your driveway for under $10 grand. Cheaper than most hatchbacks, even cheaper than many used gas cars. Wrap around aluminum-ion, smarter design, lower maintenance, a global price tag that says Chicago, Saigon, Berlin. This could be your first Tesla. So what excites you most about this battery breakthrough? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let's talk. And that's the story of the 2026 Tesla Model 2. Affordable, scalable, and built to shake the industry at its core. This isn't just a car, it's the future on wheels. Subscribe to Dravexa and ride the revolution with us.